Brendan, do you want to jump on the Zoom? Yep. So you can run the microphone out there? Oh, yeah. Paul Pettit, we have your email. Was it 36 or 26? I don't know that we're going to get quorum, but I don't know that it matters.
Just don't tell the lawyers in the room.
Kurt Weaver's not here, so we're okay. I'll have to throw a fucking monkey in that wrench again.
Although I know you guys recounted the registrations, and if people didn't register, then maybe the quorum number has dropped too. So unless everyone got their stuff done.
I can look real quick. He said he'd be here. Is he over there working? Do we want to go fetch him? Maybe he got attacked by a wolf or something. Yeah. Maybe he's at the other end of the Ingle and it takes him this long to run here. $66, so that's divided by 3, 34. That's gonna be tough.
What about your proxies, Mark? Those count.
Right now, we have 10 online, 11 online. No, Brandon's online. So we have 10 online. Me makes 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 with 1, 2, 3 proxies. And Chris O'Malley's showing up, hopefully soon. So that makes 27, 28. Mike's on the call. So we have 27. So does it matter if we, no, there's Chris right there. So we have 27. We have 28 if Taylor tells the referees real quick or registers real quick. But I mean, I don't know. What do we want to do? It's not a contested election, so should we just take a vote if we can proceed without a quorum?
So what happens if we have somebody resign in the middle of their term?
What's that, Mark?
What happens if somebody resigns in the middle of their term? How do we replace them?
Well, we would have a special election.
Okay, but you have to have a quorum to have a special election?
Yeah, I would imagine so. I don't know. I haven't read the bylaws in a minute. I say we just have a vote and say if we can proceed without a quorum. So everyone, guys, real quick, we're going to start the meeting real quick. The issue is we have 66 registered members, and to have a quorum, we need +1 of half of that. That's 34. We only have 27 people either online or here and with proxies. Is Art your proxy? I have your So we have three proxies. I have Steve Gore, you have Carly's. Bill is online, and Don Dowling gave his to Dale. So that's three. There's 10 online, and there's 14 of us in the room, 15 now with Chris O'Malley, I believe. Taylor, you're not registered with USA Rugby under USAR, so as of right now, you're not a member in good standing. So some of the people that, if we want to reach out to, that are not here. Chris Brewer, Jason Riesler, Rick Goldhammer, Harold Baker, Ryan Haggerty, Russ Dalk is here, Angela's here, Moses here, Paula Gates not here, Will Cada, don't know his number, Jeff Lee, don't know, Dale's here, Brendan here, Pierce Mara, someone want to text Pierce? Noah?
I just heard from Chris Brewer. He can't make it tonight. He wants to know, can he give me my proxy? So I would just say yes. So you can add Chris Brewer to your list there.
Yeah. Lucas is online. All right. What's up, Rita, Colin, Bill, Anthony, Wynn. So who can text Freon? Was he?
He's online.
Yeah, Freon's online. I'm right here.
Yeah.
Stuff is on, I guess. Just
Who
join.
Paul Johnson give his proxy to? Cam's not a member in good standing.
Hey, Mark, you have Chuff on there?
Jeff's here.
Okay.
Paul, give me his proxy.
Okay, so that's all right. Paul gave it to Mike. Can someone text Brighton? Well, yeah. So that would bring us down to 32. Mike's here. Mike's here, right?
Lawrenson, he's down.
No, but Mike Hacker's here. He's over there.
Oh.
All these people. Who?
I'm just texting Brighton now.
We got it. We have a lot of
Mark,
yeah.
Steve Marino just gave me his proxy.
Okay, so that counts 6 proxies, right? With Paul, Steve, and 9 of us online, 15 plus. All right.
Chris Brewer, Don Dowling.
Chris Brewer, Don Dowling, Brighton, Paul. That's 4. Plus we have 3 here. That's 7. All right. I think we're good. Okay. Taylor's registering. All right. Well, that with Taylor registering, that gives us enough. So, okay. So now we definitely have enough with everyone's proxy. Everyone remember how you have your proxies for. It doesn't really matter. We just needed a quorum. So, let me get back to this presentation. All right. Feels really lonely up here with the rest of my EC team not being up here. These are the Broncos game.
I'm coming.
Okay, well, Noah's online. All right. So, thanks for everyone for jumping online and for showing up in person. Like I said, if you are not aware, we bought some refreshments to have enjoy during the meeting and after to in a celebration of another year of success in our organization. We're going to run through our agenda tonight. It should be a pretty quick meeting. Paul's going to, I have a couple notes from Paul. Katie is going to do recruitment retention, and I have a chairperson update. So this is pretty tough to see. But and this will be sent out. It's really tough to see. But basically, we operated with a net loss of $6,000 this year. Travel was $2,500. The supplies for food, and we bought another set of radios to replace the 4th set of radios we lost. So, well, sometime during the year, we lost a set of radios. So we replaced them. And then Joe Barbeau brought a set back here. So we have 2 sets. Yes, all the sets have air tags in them now. So I can share those with our new chairman. And it is annoying if you do take a set home because you get a message every other day that someone is tracking you with their AirTag. And if you don't know who they are, then it's a potential threat. Essentially, that's what happens when you take AirTags home to kind of when you're not yours. So Paul did ask if there are any people with financial background that wanted to help manage our mutual fund, to give him a shout out, because they would need to go down to Charles Schwab and get Paul's name on the account because it's still under Dan Hattrip's, which is not ideal. But and then you guys can help manage the funds. I think we have over $130,000 in the fund. Yeah, give or take. Hopefully it'll grow. Oh, and hopefully it will not fall with the new person in charge of our country. We didn't do too much for entertainment. We had about $50 in QuickBook fees. Gave a couple scholarships for about $800, which is too bad. And really the thing that really killed us was the radios and the food events, but we shouldn't have to be replacing radios too often now that they have air tags in. All right. What's that? So a set cost about $2,000 back in the day. Now Mark just redid his pricing. So a new set of 4 costs about $1,600. So we dropped the pricing on everything. So honestly, a new set of Ref Audio Pro Pluses costs about $2,000, which is a little bit better broadcast quality. But these are fine, and now these are $1,600 now for a set of 4. We've had 3 of them for 5 years now, and as long as they're all taken care of and tracked, and if you guys let me know, or if whoever takes over my company, let them know, they'll keep it refreshed. Mark is looking for a salesperson, by the way. So here we go. We have about $4,500 of outstanding invoices from Cowpie, Sierra, CSU men, CSU women. They're doing 9 days. And there's our assets. And so we have 104 in the Charles Schwab account, 104,000. We've made $31,000, and our total is $135,000 for that's our net, our gross profit, or net profit, I guess. No, I don't think it was. Yeah, I didn't see anywhere in here that there's a loss of $4,500. Probably not, if that's still due. So yeah, it's 6,000. So we lost $2,000. We're just, we're a 501c3. We shouldn't really, shouldn't be making a lot of money. we had that 814 says matches assigned. So we had 814 matches assigned this year, which is pretty good. The highest rated team was Gentlemen of Aspen. And our workhorse of the year is no doubt Brighton Kamalo, because he did five matches a day. Yeah, exactly. Because Mike was traveling to Japan. And we paid out almost $100,000 of match fees, thanks to our previous chairman's insight to increase everyone and pay someone a regular wage, right? Decent wage. Oh, well, there goes my proxy. Steve Gore entered. Steve, do you want to talk about Ref Up at all?
Wow, good timing for me to join, huh?
Yeah.
Um, talk about ref up at all. So this we can't quite see all of this slide, but this gives a summary of some stats from ref up. One of the fun things about ref up is we have a lot of data that we can play with. So looks like 814 completed assignments this year to date. The Gentlemen of Aspen were the highest rated team by the referees. Mr. Kumalo had the most matches or most assignments of anyone, and paid out almost $100,000 to referees and the society through this year. All of these numbers also are up from 2023.
Yeah, so yeah, they're all up from 2023. Some Paul and I had a meeting about some kind of revamps to Ref Up whatnot, and some things we're looking forward to. I know that's been a point of contention, whether or not we just keep the bidding system or where do we go to an assigner. And I think the conclusion was that we were maybe looking at a way to have level fives and level sixes only see certain games. So like say, and I think the union's gonna make some people go to D1. Like they're gonna revamp what Eric Geib kind of undid by pushing everyone down a level and not saying any D1, because we have like Boulder, Aspen, Water Dogs, the Barbos. Maybe those guys will get pushed up to D1, so we'll actually have D1 men's. I think we have one D1 women's team, the Black Eyes. 3 D1s. What was that? Is D1. So that would give everybody else. So like say we have level fives can do just the higher level matches, and maybe a level low below, and that would take away and give opportunities for level nines and tens, right? And maybe just kind of see, we got to play with that a little bit. But honestly, if we had some more volunteers in a committee to kind of go and do the scheduling, and I think what our solution was is on some of the games throughout the week, we have this committee just go, and you don't really need to fill out your availability, but by bidding on a match and letting us know that if it's 10 days before the match, and let's say Chris Huff, Chris O'Malley, Brandon, and Joe Perpo all bid on a match, we can just kind of assign that out based on who we think is available and can do that match. And instead of just waiting till the Wednesday where it gets signed out or matches 10 days before, we'll have maybe like a 2-week meeting and just assign those out 2 weeks ahead of time. And then that'll be gone. And then like Chris Huff, we just say that's a good match for Chris O'Malley, Chris Huff, Brendan, and Joe can bid on something else, and just kind of assign it that way. I know a lot of the issues are that level nines and tens really don't see the higher level matches. We still have that live link to our website, which again, if anyone knows anyone about websites, we need to revamp our website. It's terribly outdated. But you can go to rmr.co/assignments and see all the matches around this weekend. So if Adam Price, for example, wants to do this Barbos game that he typically doesn't see, and he's like, I want to test myself, he could contact his proper RDO, and we'd be like, okay, that's a good opportunity. Let's give him that match. So yeah. Thanks, Steve, for the recap. The recap of the recap. Again, we've revamped our store a little bit. We have some cool new puffy jackets in there. We still have that thermal layer that Joe Burpo put in there, which is really good. We restocked the jerseys and shorts, and we now have crew socks. If you want to be made fun of mercilessly by Richard Every, wear
Ooh.
or crew socks during your match that you're going to put into advantage. Sorry, Noah Lalonde, but I don't give a shit if you're wearing high socks or crew socks. It's every player in the history is wearing crew socks now, and if someone's going to give you stick about it, at least you're wearing the stuff. We have a tech tee in there, and then again, here's our website, Boo to Crew Socks. All right. Well, you can make a sock puppet then, Mike. We've had some moderate success and some moderate challenges with meetings. Most of our HP referees have done some sort of presentation. We've done a few field sessions. We've done a lot of video review, and thanks to Angela and Dale for sending out a recap when we could load the videos on YouTube and not break the violation of the policy. It's a couple of videos I tried to load violates their policy for some reason, some sort of AI algorithm. So we didn't get all the recaps sent out, but for the most part, we got most of the amount of information sent out. And again, thank you and Angela for helping us out and do that. You want to talk about this?
Yeah. Yeah. Recruitment intention. Woo. I thought we landed 2 L1s. We actually had 3. I just forgot about one. So we had one in April in conjunction with the Rugby Carnival Festival. So I was able to do L1 Friday night and Saturday morning, roll those referees into the festival to do some shadowing and referee that way, which is awesome. We hope to do that again next year or similarly. We had one in Grand Junction. So Western Slope got, I think, 12 people certified. A couple of them started refereeing as well. It's good to get more people out that way. And we have one next weekend. So if you know any friends in rugby, please gently pester them about taking the L1. We have 13 people signed up right now. We're trying to get to at least 20. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, anyone you know that does rugby, tell them to come out and get certified. It'll be here and at Infinity Park, 9 to 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to get some more people. Then they could bring in another educator. So currently, and I got a message to our education coordinator, KJ. Currently, we have one educator in our organization, in our state, and that's me. Right? So I know a few of you threw your hand up that you expressed interest. I'm going to try and coordinate. That email has gone out. And again, like kind of all things from the volunteers of the national office referee development RLC group, we're not getting all of the emails regularly, so we missed out when that is, but I'm going to try and go back and say, okay, here's the next training course. How can we get some of our people certified to be educators? So if you do want to become an educator, make sure you let Katie know, and we'll try and get you to that. Yeah.
Similarly, we are trying to hold a level 2 course, hopefully in Colorado next year, if we have enough interest. That's kind of just furthering your education. So if you're interested, again, please let me know so I can let KJ know. If we have enough people, we can do it.
That I think we definitely have enough. We probably get that filled with about 20 people. It's just finding the right day and weather-wise and facility, just getting it scheduled. So I've been trying to get that done for a year and it just fallen through the cracks. So yeah.
So that's a bit on recruiting, on kind of retention development. We've got a lot of coaching this year. We're able to use a lot of our budget for that. Hopefully everybody that was refereeing was able to be seen. If not, please let us know. I know there's a couple of people that's like, hey, I have a game this weekend. Can I please get a coach on it? That particular game we could not fill because all of our coaches were busy, which is another plug to our HP referees. We are asking you to step up. And if you're in the area, can you coach a game? Like even just looking, giving some feedback. We want to get even more coaching than we've done so that everybody can see how they progress and move up through the levels and just get some feedback and not be alone on the field. Otherwise, we started kind of our pods this year, peer groups. We're going to revamp it again. It was a great start this year of kind of getting where you live, a group of referees that are also in that area to get connected. It's referees are most likely to interact with. Some groups are more active than others in their chats and asking questions. We're going to hopefully have some more guidelines on what that looks like for our leaders so that they're a little more active and actually need something.
Yeah. One thing I would love to see from like our HP referees is to like do a 2-to-1, pick a game, ref 2 games a weekend and spend the third weekend coaching if you could, or at least try and get that ratio going. I don't care if you referee every weekend, but just like for every second game you do, just stay and coach someone. We're still trying to work with the union. The union could really help us out is if they stacked more games on a field. Like that would really solve a lot of our problems instead of having every game at 1 o'clock on a Saturday and it spreads us out so thin that we just can't get it. The first person that ever gets that successfully done will be the first person ever in history. But so I just don't see how it's going to do. We will have a lighter spring because all the clubs play really in the fall. I think we'll have some one-off matches for qualifiers or whatnot. So it should be better.
Yeah, be involved we can.
K3 still has it, so we'll still have that.
Yeah, just want to say thank you to everyone that's gone out and refereed this year, and shout out to Casey Ritt. I think she took all these photos. A lot of these I just took right from our Instagram. For those of you that aren't tech savvy and you haven't been able to see them, go to our Rocky Mountain Society Instagram. There's tons of cool pictures. We'll talk more about that in social media at the end. But in general, thank you everyone who has been working hard all year. I know I could not include everyone. These are just pictures that I could find an hour before the meeting. But again, thank you so much for everyone. And with that, other opportunities in general, we had our national development group camps. So the top 100 referees are invited to go to these camps. We had 3 of us go to Austin and 3 go to Miami. And that was kind of last December and January. So we have those coming up again in 2 weeks. Other than that, exchanges within the country. So shout out to these referees. I think we've talked about a lot of you already. At NAI Sevens was Robin Blevins and Charlie Jones. At NCR Sevens was Joe Olivetti, Noah Lalonde, Chris Huff. This according to emails.
According to data.
Yeah, according to data. And then in Texas, Mike Lawrenson was able to have an exchange there. So we always have exchanges with other societies where we can send a referee to them, then they can send one back to us. We're looking to do more of those as well, which we'll talk about in a couple of slides. Besides where Rocky Mountain pays for you to go, we also had a couple people traveling in general. Paula Gates was able to go to Tropical Sevens this year. Again, we're hoping to send more people there next year. Chris O'Malley was at HSBC Sevens this year. I went to Boston. That was fun. Mike went to Japan, which was really cool. And there's a picture of Robin from NAI Sevens. So again, congrats to everyone that is able to get out and travel. And with that, as a plug for next year, we plan on doing a couple continuing exchanges with SIRS. We have 2 tournaments there. Florida has Tropical Sevens again. Utah will always have NAI Sevens. So we're hoping to get more people out and about. A lot of time we focus on newer referees, but also if you know of a tournament and you want to go there, ask us and we can have a scholarship to help get you there. I know I went to New York. They always do a Sevens tournament kind of in Thanksgiving weekend. if you're available and want to, you can always write a scholarship request to the executive committee and we will approve it or tell you what you need to do in order to receive that money, and they can help you pay for travel. There's a limit to that, but again, it can cover at least a flight, if not half a flight, depending on where you're going, and can help get you those opportunities if you're wanting to travel for rugby.
I think we cover like up to 60 to 70% of your costs, which is pretty good. Chris.
And there's not a whole lot of people that really ask. So
Oh.
we have a lot of money that we can give out to exchanges and tournaments if you want to do it. Some of the onus is on you on finding those tournaments and saying, hey, I want to go here. But then we will do our best to help support you in getting there.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that is all I have.
So, Super Rugby Americas was the thing we kind of ran here for 3 years. That's no longer a thing. Nor is really any high-level club in Glendale right now. They're going through some changes. But as one door closes, another one opens. And women's elite rugby will be kicking off this year. They will have 7 teams, 6 or 7 teams, playing in a high-level competition. Yeah, they'll very likely probably be some of our referees refereeing that competition, and a lot of our AR supporting it, the tech zone managers and an AR support too, because I think one team is local here for Denver. So there's 6 teams. Huh? No. Why would we? No.
The amount we know about the league is
No.
much.
It'd be great. Yeah. So I think Chicago, Colorado, San Francisco,
Boston
Boston,
and Minnesota. Not
New York, and
Was
Minnesota.
it Minnesota? Yeah.
Right? Those are the 6 teams that'll be in it. And I think they're only taking 300 players for the whole of the teams, and there's 500 applicants. So it's a pretty good sizable selection pool of players, which is pretty good. So excited how that pans out. Should be some of the top rugby we have in the country.
Brandon, do you want to talk about this?
Yeah. So we'll do a winter social either next month or February. Just send out. So yeah.
It's kind of like top golf with darts.
Essentially.
All right. All right.
Yeah. And then promotions.
Yeah. So had a few promotions throughout the year. Katie, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, I was like, I think most of these have already been announced throughout the various meetings as it happened, but here's our year-long everybody that went up a level. So congrats to them. Some of them went up more than one level throughout the year. And again, this is where we're at now. Doing great. Proud of you.
Yeah. We do have one of our coaches and educators moving to Montana, and that's Karen. So we wish her the best of luck, and beautiful state there. There is a nice little summer tournament that's held in Missoula, right? Yeah, Karen. Yeah, she's moving to Montana. Yeah. Huh? Did she? Okay, I don't know what's involved in selling goats. Go get them, but okay. Yeah, so we are doing a few promotions. We did thin down the organization, and Taylor will get you added back to it. But we're constantly auditing like our organization list and kind of checking everything. So as of right now, most people are pretty compliant. You can see by that we had 66 referees needing 34. We are about 27 active referees. So moving forward, we should probably jump on that list and send some emails out to the people we don't know where they are. That's always kind of an issue. We're about 15 people we couldn't pick out of a phone book. Their pictures were there. So there's an opportunity there to keep developing those people.
There we go.
All right. So this is kind of who threw their hands up right now for the elected and appointed positions. And this is who will be pseudo voting on, right? So Brandon Castro wants to take over for chair. I will step back and kind of give some tribal knowledge as vice chair. Paul is going to stay as ops, and Katie will be the voting executive member of recruitment intention, but Mike is gonna help out a little bit and help out Katie. So we'll still have 3 executive members that vote, but we'll have a team of 5 or 6 executive committees that will help out, right? So when we vote tonight, we'll just kind of do a hands up or thumbs up on the thing, or if you want to text me, there's a slide there. Yeah, it's down there a little ways, but this is who's going to be ranked. There were no motions to adjust any of the bylaws or any rules going forward, so there's nothing to really talk about there. All right, so the Zoom members, when we vote, just if you want to text me, or you can put in the chat, or just say, you know, Brendan, thumbs up, Paul, thumbs down, Katie, thumbs up, however you want to do it. Like, we'll just have that. Just kind of give 3 thumbs up, would imagine, right? We'll go chairman, ops, and recruitment and retention. We want to do that now. All right. All right. Huh? Okay. Someone second that? All right. So we have a vote on the all right, so we're gonna vote on not having any elections because there is no opposition to Robert's Rules of Order. All those in favor, raise your hand. Great.
Aye.
Yeah, that's one. Is that the right finger, Steve? All right, well, we have the majority just in the room. So congratulations, Brendan Castro. Be our new chairman. Congratulations, Paul Johnson. And Katie Roth to be our recruitment retention, and to Mike to help her out. All right.
So looking forward to 2025. We need you to be involved. We need the people who are not here but on that list to be involved. Rugby is always more fun together. Okay. There's a lot that we need to do to be the best society we can be. So like my job, me and Mike are going to work together because we've basically already done that for the past 3 years anyways. Because it's a lot for any one person to do. So we both need help. We'll help each other. We'll ask other people for help. We'll talk more about that on the next slide. Brandon's going to need a lot of help. Paul is also going to need help, especially with ops. Paul does not want to stay ops forever. He's trying to help train somebody else up to take over for him. And it's a lot. We all need a lot of help. We'll be asking out who can do those, a couple of specific roles as well. So rugby's more fun when we help each other out. Be there. If you can go to other people's games, do it. Especially if it's a game that's local to you, but you're not on a game that weekend, or if you have a game at a different time, pop by, support the referee, help each other out. Ask questions. I know my email is always open. I apologize specifically to JR. I have not gotten to your last email, but email any of us if you have any law questions. When we get the pods back up and running, you'll have a specific point person to ask your questions. Don't be alone. Don't sit on a question. Ask someone, even if you think it's a dumb question. Other people probably have the same question. So the goal for next year is even more connection than we've done this year, and just don't be alone. Specifically, Ops needs help. Does he have a person in mind for that already?
So, Stefan Philippe has thrown his hand up, but I have never seen him come to a meeting or seen him referee. So, in theory, he does exist, but I haven't seen it. So, but it would be good to have one or two people help with that. There's lots to do in that department. We would love a social chair. We had this with moderate success about 4 or 5 years ago, kind of plan things, or a committee even. I think Emily Sharf's team was on it a little bit, helped out a lot of it. Then we broke her wrist playing broom ball. She stopped, step back. With Brendan taking the new chair role, we will need an RDO. So if you have kind of some inklings of like that reports directly to Katie and Mike, and that honestly is one of the bigger roles we have. Under that RDO, we still have HB RDO needs to be fulfilled, and new referee needs. I don't know if the people that are in those positions now will be reassigned or continue to do it. It's kind of up to the new EC. So if that's something you want to do, we have a lot to chat.
So if any of these interest you, please let us know so that no one wants to help. Perfect.
Yeah, we need a barista for Aspen for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean, honestly. All right. Cool.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we have successfully ran our annual general meeting, and then the shortest time frame ever. Because I was not running for a position, it wasn't a contested election. So happy days on that. I think we've had the history of 3 contested elections. I was involved in 2 of them. So, all right. Thank you, everyone. Some notes on my end. It's like I've been doing this for 24 years now, and made a lot of friends. I won't be going away, but I'm kind of transitioning to a different sport, obviously. If you've ever heard me talk. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Whatever. It's over there. Well, let's just talk Cisco about his MCL winning touch. All right. So, yeah. Also, that pays a little bit more than chairman. So, all
Does
right.
our new chair want to say anything?
Brendan,
Parting words?
address. Come on up.
Yeah, I got like a. I'm gonna say something for like 30 seconds. Just I'm involved. You guys all know me. I'm always at these meetings. I'm always at tournaments, games. I'm pretty involved with since I've been here for the last 3 years now. So I just plan on taking the role, taking your guys's advice, going in the direction that we all want to go cumulatively, and just keep promoting people, keep reffing all of our games, and just doing what we have to do as Rocky Mountain. I don't have a lot to say. Just doing what I normally do, just in this role. Cool. Awesome.
Thank you. And thank you everyone for jumping online on the Zoom. I wish you were here to help us drink some of the beer, but you are not. So maybe next time. All right. Thanks everyone. We will not have a January meeting. We will kick up again the first meeting in February. Again, we have 10 meetings a year. They're usually on Monday, whether or not that stays that way or not. It will be up to the new EC. And whether we get kicked out of this courtroom or not. Who knows what will happen there. But we, in the current weeks, we'll kind of change everyone's email over. But the current EC still can be reached out at EC executive committee at RockyMountainRugbyRefs.com. and we'll get those changed over in a day or two. All right. Any questions online before we adjourn? Going once, going twice. I hope you all have a wonderful night and a very happy holidays.